We started working with a company in the area of quick service restaurant chain. It started from solving problem for attrition. It led to managing the attrition. It led to saving the cost of food wastage. And it also really led to driving the diversity in the organization. Sounds interesting, isn't it? This is what we really did. One of our client is a quick service restaurant, large setup, close to about 1,000 restaurants in the country. And they had a challenge of attrition. So when we started listening to employees continuously, what are the issues could be really there for the attrition, but the correlation really arrived at is that whichever store had high score of store manager effectiveness and the operational efficiency score was much higher, the things were much better, right? Then operation efficiency, which intrigued us, and we started looking at what it could be there. And then things really emerged that the food waste is one region. And typically food wastage in such restaurants are at 1.5% globally, best of the restaurants or the chain really manage. This organization had much more than that. We started understanding a little bit more, and then we went to top 50 restaurant chain where the scores were very good. And one thing which really emerged is that, two things I would say. The way each morning supervisor conducts the meeting, what he or she really does, gives the instruction, brings the team together. And second thing was there is that whichever store had women representation in the store was higher, the food wastage was much lesser. So they were very careful in really putting the capsicum pizza or pizza dough or the cheese and so on and so forth, or any other items, the cake items or any of these things being really made there. So subsequent quarter, the effort was really put in there, and of course organization really put a lot of effort in that, and a lot of credit really goes to them for bringing it. And then food cost was brought by close to about 2.5% or so. And just imagine from a context point of view, if it is $100 million is the turnover, the 25% is your food cost, and of that 1% will be food wastage will be 2.5 million, and they were much higher, and they are able to really reduce 2.5% or so. So you can imagine what's the effect really there on the P&L. So it helped. And then second thing which they did is that they drove hiring more women in the kitchen and training them and making sure that things really arriving there, and then bringing that entire practice across the chain. So that's the power of ATP Reflect, which can really get into really insight. It brings out the insights, it gives you the decisive action, and it tracks that whether things are really taking place or not. You want to really know more about it, get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to really share and give you a sense in terms of how it really happened. I can also share what are the various other use business cases are there. So that's the first example of ATP Reflect, how we are really helping organizations. Thank you.